Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Sanibona, izolo bekumhla ka-1 May 2025 lapho bekuselebrate khona i-Workers' Day. Kuwusuku-ke olubalulekile-ke lwabasebenzi. So, ziningi izinto ezi-achieve-iwe makubalwa kusuka kwisikhathi se-apartheid kuze kube manje. Ngoba abasebenzi babenga-treat-wa mhlampe ngendlela e-right. Angina-experience yakho, kodwa isikhathi esikuso manje sibuhlungu ngoba noma kuselebrate lolu suku labasebenzi but abantu abaningi abasebenzi including ama-graduate. Uma ubheka nje kwi-screen sakho kubhaliwe ukuthi youth unemployment eSouth Africa iyi-challenge enkulu. La ikhona ina-highest unemployment rate eSouth Africa. So uma kukhulunywa ngalolu suku ziningi izinto esingakhuluma ngazo. Ngithe nje angeke ngazithatha iy'pichi ebebekhuluma ngazo izolo, bebekhuluma kuzo izolo ezehlukahlukene. Kodwa sike sikhulume ngale nto le esi-affectayo yokungasebenzi kwe-youth. Ngiyafisa futhi ukucaphuna abantu abazoza nama-solution, kodwa angisiboni isidingo manje. Okwamanje nje ngifisa sikhulume ngale nto. Enye inkinga esinayo eSouth Africa sina-budget. I-budget ayikho. Uminister-ke usithembise ukuthi uzothebula a-new budget. Athi sofunda istatement sakhe bese siqhubeka. Istatement lesi siphuma kwi-Minister of Finance sibhalele uSpeaker. Isihloko sithi the 2025 budget process and related instruments or documents. Sifundeka kanje ithi incwadi yakho, iletha yakho yangomhla ka-25 April 2025 mayelana nalesihloko esiphambili. Ngifisa ukuconfirma noma uqinisekisa ukuthi the entire project process fanele ngempela iqale maduze futhi iqalwe phansi. Uthi-ke ubone umhla ka-21 May 2025 kuyilona suku olulungele ukuthi angakwazi ukuzothebula i-budget review nayo zonke izinto ezi-related nama-instrument kanye nama-document. Iyona-ke iletha le ka-minister bekayibhalele uSpeaker. Baqinisekisile-ke ukuthi i-budget uminister uzobe eyideliver ngomhla ka-21 May 2025. Izolo-ke ngayi-Workers' Day i-Newsroom Africa ikhulume no-Dr. Gumani Chimamola. Bakhuluma naye. So sizomcaphuna yena. Kodwa ngaphambi simcaphuna yena kunamazwi asho ubaba uMbeki engiyafisa siqale kuwo.
I'm a former president of this country. And you'll never ever convince me that this economy is in crisis because of foreigners. The so-called undocumented people. Let's enforce the laws. You can't just come in illegally. Yeah. So the thing about the registration of people undocumented is correct. But I'm saying it's incorrect to think that that economic crisis is caused by people who have come from the rest of the world. And people are very preoccupied with what happens in my country, what happens in my country. But does not mean you focus on your country to the exclusion of the continent.
Ukusho former president la kubaluleke kakhulu ngoba uthi lento ayizwayo lento yokuthi kuthiwa le economy ayiperform bese kublenywa ama-foreigners no iyiphutha. Angeke nje kuthiwa i-economy ayiperform kungenxa yama-foreign. Iyiphutha leyo nto leyo. Okwesibili aku-enforce imithetho ukuze abantu abangene ngokungemthetho eSouth Africa bekwazi ukuboshwa ukwenza iprocess bese kulungiseka kahle. Kodwa i-economy ukungakhuphuki kwayo akungablenywa abantu abavela emazweni angaphandle. Asiqhubeke.
We have democracy in South Africa, so political parties are legal and they will come and go. The ANC is very clearly in trouble. But before it was the National Party. The National Party, once the universal suffrage was introduced, the National Party just couldn't cut it and it disappeared. The ANC is not cutting it in terms of the economic welfare of the population. And it is going to disappear. But other parties will come out.
Did you say the ANC will disappear?
Oh, definitely. Many parties like the ANC in Africa have disappeared. Remember, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda's party in Zambia It was called UNIP. It has disappeared. It was a very powerful party. Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana had, I think it was called the People's Convention Party. It has disappeared. So ZANU-PF no longer exists. Zimbabwe is run by the military, and it uses the name ZANU-PF, but it's a military regime. So there's nothing special about the ANC disappearing. It is going to disappear because it has no solution for South Africa's problems.
Ubeqinisile ku former president mayithi akungablenywa ama-foreigners for ukungakhuli kwe-economy noma ukuthi i-economy yethu ibe kwi-crisis. Akublenywe abantu kufanele bablenywe. Njengoba esho-ke ubhuti wakhe omncane ukuthi i-problem nje sinayo eSouth Africa i-ANC. ANC ihlulekile manje noma iyahluleka ukubhekana nezidingo zeSouth Africa, especially ngakwi-economy. Ngithe nje ngaphambi bangicaphune uDr. Gumani Chimomola asiqale la ngoba kukhona izinto azozibeka ezibalekile. Kusiza ngani ukucelebrate i-Workers Day? Abasebenzi bona laba abasebenza manje imali abayiholayo bayakhala ayikho enough. Abasebenzi bona laba abasebenza manje besibona nje udaba lase-Western Cape abasebenza emaplazini basatreatwa kabuhlungu. Kodwa si-celebrate i-Workers Day. Celebrate abapha abasebenzi. Yebo khona nabo abasebenza akho guaranteed. Amakhampani ayavala, amakhampani ayaretrencha, imisebenzi ayikho eSouth Africa. Inkinga esinazo ziningi and manje South Africa ine unemployment rate high. Kukhona abantu abangama-graduate. Kubuhlungu kabi ukuze ukuthi sikwi-country ehluleka ukuqasha odokotela. Mina ngazi odokotela bona abantu abanesidingo. Ngoba abantu bayagula. Kungcono ube kuthiwa yazi izibhedlela zigcwele manje ngodokotela sebebaningi bona. Cha, izibhedlela ziyashoda ngodokotela kodwa bayikwazi ukubaqasha. Nothisha ngokunjalo baningi abantu nje abangasebenzi. So njengoba esho nje ethi i-ANC iyaphela enza imizekelo yama-political party akaba powerful e-Africa okuyiwona ngama-liberation movement kodwa angasekho manje ngenxa yokuthi izethembiso ababezenze kubantu abazigcinanga yingakho bengasekho. Manje ngiyafisa ukuthi sicaphune uDr. Gumani Chimomola we-Economic Freedom Fighters siza ukuthi yena uthini njengoba uminister ethe uzosithebulele ibudget okungeyesithathu kulonyaka ngomhla ka-21 May.
You know, South Africa is a very dynamic society with all its problems. And people should not conflate the poor performance of the ANC government with South Africa's performance. If you actually look at what companies have collapsed in South Africa, it's South African Airways, it's South African Railways, it's South African Broadcasting Corporation. These are all state-owned companies that are collapsing, which are reflecting the incapability of the ANC to manage production processes. It should never have tried to manage them because they don't know how to manage production. You know, the black middle class in South Africa, as you know, for 100 years past, was not allowed to own companies, to own property. So they don't know how to manage companies. And what they should have done is they should have privatized these state-owned companies. The ones that FW declared privatized, like Sasol, which was a state-owned company, are thriving. So it just shows you that the problems of South Africa are the problems caused by the ANC. The private sector in South Africa is still very strong. It feeds the population. When you wake up in the morning, if you have a bit of money, you will get something to buy. There are no shortages in the shops. So the private sector in South Africa is very strong. So we shouldn't mistake the shortcomings of the ANC and the ANC government for shortcomings of South Africa. So the ANC has become a liability to us as a country. But fortunately, we have a democratic process. So hopefully the voters will come up with a different solution.
Yabona okushiwo ubaba uMbeki la kubaleka ngendlela eyisimanga. Lo baba uMbeki ngendlela engimlalela ngayo ziningi izinto engizifunda kuye noma kukhona engingavumelani nakho kwakushoyo kodwa yabona nje ama-state owned companies angikholelwa mina ukuthi bekufuneka be-privatized kodwa ukuthi kuqashwe abantu aba-right bawakwazi ukuwalida lawo ma-state owned companies ngaba wekho kwe-crisis akuwo ngoba inkinga la ilokuqashwa abantu we're not capable. Isona sizathu ngoba njengoba ecompare nje ukuthi ama-private owned business aya succeed, they are thriving. Even nama-companies la kwakungama-state owned companies ayise privatized njenge-Sasol is thriving. It's because of kuqashwe abantu aba-right. There was a time la i-Eskom yayi-right khona. There was a time la i-Eskom yayenza kangconywana khona not ngingasho ukuthi ayi-right yayenza kangconywana khona lapho khona okwasuka-ke iy'nkulumo ey'thize ngenxa yepolitiki esinayo kwasuka iy'nkulumo ey'thize ngibone enye ividiyo ngiyaxolisa nje uyifaka kule nkulumo kodwa kukhona iphathi la ubona khona nje yazi la kwakuqasha umuntu o-capable okwenza umsebenzi kodwa ngenxa yepolitiki yayikhona ngaleso sikhathi uyagcina ungenzekanga umsebenzi ngoba kwagcina khulunywa inkulumo enje.
We stopped load shedding. And we never had load shedding again for 3 years after I had left Eskom. Load shedding came back to Eskom after Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, following the 1 billion rand Nasrec conference, was appointed president of the country. That's when load shedding came back. And after he was appointed president of the country, and he in turn appointed the smooth-talking and dictatorial Pravin Gordhan as Minister of Public Enterprises. The less I say about Pravin Gordhan, the better. As you see, Chairperson, despite his smooth talking, public enterprises are failing, and it appears that they are on a course to be sold to private interests. My suspicion is that, like the javelin, they will be thrown over the fence and be caught at the later stage.
What did Brian and the others do in 2014 so that for so many years there was no load shedding? They will find all manner of reasons. Instead of looking at this one, to maintain, to repair, to do whatever. And indeed, for so many years, there was no load shedding. He left. After a little while, it came back.
Well, I would like to say Thuli Madonsela has struck a deadly blow against Eskom and against the people of South Africa. If we lose Brian, she takes the blame.
Uma uzwa-ke kukhulunywa into ezinjena kukhulunywa kanje so uyabona ukuthi kukhona abantu abake baba capable ukuthi beze nama-solutions kodwa-ke ngenxa yepolitiki eyayikhona ngaleso sikhathi bagcina bekhishwe njengoba umuzwa lo baba lo wayiphethe ethi uma kungase kube ney'nkinga ze-Eskom funa kublamewe uProfessor Thuli Madonsela. Angenzi ukusho lutho ngoba leyo ndaba kangiyazi kahle angeke ngikwazi ukuphawula kahle indaba engazi kodwa ngizama ukuthi kuyenzeka kugcine kuqashwa ngabantu aba-capable kodwa yonke lento eyenzakalayo nanokuthi sibe kule nkinga esinayo i-economy abantu efuneka bablamewe ANC. Ngicabanga ukucaphuna uDr. Gumani Chimamola manje bese siyivala le video.
We think that was an unfortunate interpretation of what credibility in this instance will mean. We thought that the minister and his director general would be more concerned about the number of unemployed youth in South Africa who are a threat to national economic security. We thought he would be concerned with half of the population living through social grants and an economy that in the past 10 years has not grown by more than 1%. We thought those would be the key consideration as to what then define a credibility issue. But it was very unfortunate for the DG to then refer to a meeting with investors in Washington, D.C. as the basis and benchmark of what becomes considered as a threat to the fiscal credibility. So we now appreciate that we're dealing with a national treasury in this instance that is more concerned with how it's perceived by those in the bond markets and in the stocks and particularly in Washington, D.C., more than what the South Africans and the workers here are feeling as a difficult economic time and the crisis which we have just seen. One of your presenters there was showing us that they are not earning any money to even afford to take themselves to work, to feed their families and themselves. So we're obviously having two conversations and we're having this conversation over each other. They are talking about the credibility as far as it relates to the bond market. We're talking about credibility as far as it relates to the economic crisis we're facing at home.
Njengoba umuzwa ku-Dr. Gumani Chimomola, athi into ebakhathaza ubona ukuthi mayilalela u-Director General umzwe ekhuluma ngendaba ze-stock market ukuthi more concerned about ama-investors, more concerned about the market rather than uku-address the issues ezikhona ze-unemployment. Kanti mawukhumbula after i-budget abantu ama-economists anjengoKhaya Sithola, uDuma Gqubule babekhala ngento eyi-one ukuthi this budget ayikhulumi to the issues ezikhona ze-youth unemployment ngoba ne-unemployment nje in general nane-growth, economic growth nane-investment yabo because babekhuluma bona ukuthi i-government must re-industrialize kuvuleka ama-industrials kusetshenzwe. So sizozwa nge-21 ukuthi after sekayishila i-budget azothina ama-economist ngoba ekugcineni kosuku funa beze neso elizokwenza ukuthi impilo i-economy ikhuphuke. Kodwa-ke uma i-economy igcina ingakhuphukanga, uma kugcina kunje, siyazi who to blame. Siyazi who to blame. It's the ANC government. Because bakhona abantu abacapable just ukuthi abaqashwa because lana abantu bathathwa politically not ngokuthi banani ngokomsebenzi. So ngiyafisa mina ngelinye ilanga ukuthi makuzoqashwa umuntu mhlawumbe minister we-arts, sports and culture ake kuthathwe someone oyi-artist understand about ama-artist. Uma kuzoqashwa someone e-Eskom akuqashwe someone one-experience kuleyo field leyo, kungaqashwa abantu ngokwezepolitiki. So bilena bivile bengithi angikulethe yona today concerning indaba ye-Workers' Day yayizolo. What's the use of celebrating i-Workers' Day sibe sinje? Kodwa-ke uthe ubaba uMbeki, it's only the voters who will decide ukuthi bafunani. If basafuna ukuqhubeka nokuphila lempilo esiyiphilayo bazoqhubeka bavotele ANC. Other than that, mina nawe sidibane kwivideo elandelayo.